aqui está mais um vídeo de Guardians of the Galaxy. O último episódio foi incrível, conhecemos novos NPCs, de qualquer forma escapámos da cadeia, mas temos que pagar uma multa de 8.000 créditos e é o que nós vamos ter que encontrar um plano ou ver se a equipa tem dinheiro para pagarmos essa multa. Por isso nós vamos ter que falar com eles em individual para sabermos então o que é que vamos fazer a seguir. O que eu não sei, porque eu nunca joguei o jogo, mas uma coisa que eu irei fazer neste vídeo é falar com todos os NPCs. Pode ser só um vídeo de falar com os nossos colegas de equipa, ou não, logo iremos ver. Mas primeiro, vamos aqui descer as escadas e falar com eles. Está ali o nosso amigo Rocket. Hey Rocket, o que é que andas a fazer?
What do you want, Quill? If you're looking for units, check your own room.
Não tens aí nada? Eu só queria falar contigo por agora.
So, you here to talk or you just want a gear upgrade?
Não, o Gear Upgrade pode esperar. Pergunta como é que tu estás, Rocket. Ok.
You're not still upset, are you?
It'd be a lot better if we didn't have 3 cycles to pay a fine.
Hey, remember that time on Canal with the Badoon and that really hot Ascavarian girl?
Yeah, her buddies would have spaced your stupid Hume butt if me and Groot hadn't busted in.
I had things under control,
Dingish.
mostly.
Too bad you're broke, Quill. I should be charging you for all the times we saved you.
Name one other time you saved me.
Contraxia, Nowhere, Paramitar, Ceres, Contraxia again, Malador.
Okay, so I owe you. Big.
I should have turned you in for Yondu's bounty. Sure as Scott wouldn't be scrounging for units to pay off your Nova girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. But admit it, you like being a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Still on the fence about the brand name, but keeping the Milano as collateral was a pretty smart move.
Never agreed to that.
If you'd rather I turn you in.
Don't worry. I know you put a lot into this team. I'll make it up to you.
You better.
Ok, tivemos então nossa primeira conversa com o nosso amigo Rocket. Nós podemos melhorar o nosso equipamento ou eu tenho que falar
If
outra
you
vez
want to
com
make
eles?
it up to me, find a way to pay this flarkin' fine.
Não te preocupes, eu irei fazer
You
isso.
ask for a rubber ducky grenade, I'm gonna bite your toes off.
Ok, é possível fazeres uma. Temos alguns melhoramentos que eu possa fazer, por isso eu vou ver o que é que no momento eu posso criar. E já está, já equipei o que eu achava necessário. Uma coisa que eu estou a ver é que às vezes existem upgrades que só precisam de um tipo de componentes, neste caso aquele que eu só tenho 300, mas nenhum deles precisa só do outro componente que eu só tenho 140. E o resto precisa dos dois tipos
You
de
don't pay
componentes.
me enough, Quill.
Eu não te pago nada, homem. Nós somos pobres, lembras-te disso?
Why does this thing look so sinister?
Hey, who said you could touch that? I don't go into your room and touch your stuff, Quill.
What? You hacked my visor and added a scoreboard to it while I was sleeping.
That was different. I improved it. Also, did anyone tell you that you snore? I thought Drax was bad, but wow. Quill, you should really get that checked. You sound like a Torg.
I don't snore that loud.
Yeah, okay.
So what is this thing anyway? It kind of looks like a metal face hugger.
That is clearly a spinal control unit.
Yes, right, of course, a spinal control thingy.
Back on Half-World, Kree scientists use these to keep us super soldiers in line. They'd press a big, fun red button and zap! Instant obedience.
Holy crap. Rocket. How many of you super soldiers were there on Half-World?
When the Kree started, 100, maybe. By the time I escaped, just me and Lila. She was the first one not to die from the control unit.
And Lila is also a...
What, a raccoon?
or not, a raccoon?
You gotta understand, she was afraid of them, and the control unit made sure we stayed in line, that I stayed in line.
Oh, that sounds... awful. I can't imagine.
So, I did what I do best. I found a way to overload the control unit. When the blueskins let us out of our cage, kaboom! I blew a hole into the side of the lab. What we didn't know, what I didn't know, was that the lab was protected by sentry bots. We got to the security fence and Lila covered me while I hacked the modulator frequency, and as soon as it opened, she pushed me through the door. I heard her die, Quill.
Oh, Rocket.
Doesn't matter now. Past is the past, right? And that thing, it's just a reminder.
What exactly did the Kree do to you?
They ripped me apart and rebuilt me over and over and over again until I became this half-finished thing they could mold and shape and control.
Oh, Rocket, I had no idea. I mean, I knew the Kree Empire was desperate, but...
Do you know what it's like to lose all control of your body? To be in constant pain, trapped inside yourself, unable to stop the horrible things you're doing? That control unit made sure I did what I was supposed to do. Oh yeah, whether I wanted to or not. A neat, furry little machine of death. Didn't take long to figure out I was better off not fighting it.
Okay, then let's shoot this thing out the airlock. Have a little middle finger salute ceremony to the bastards who built it.
Yeah. I don't think I'm ready to let go of that part of me yet. Maybe one day.
Are you 100% sure you want to keep it? What if it...
Controls me? I decided a long time ago, Quill, that I would never let anyone control me again. As far as I'm concerned, this is just another useful piece of junk and a few bad memories.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that, Rocket. For real.
E o que é que temos aqui? Este é o quarto do Star-Lord. Agora é que eu reparei que nas portas tinha nomes e parece que temos aqui algumas coisas.
Hey, Bluebird, you copy? I know you think I sold you out, and... Gamora, I was just...
Who are you talking to? What's a bluebird?
It, was Yondu's call sign. He was Bluebird and I was the kid.
Let me get this straight. Yondu Udanta, leader of the Ravager's space virus, scourge of the Sirius system and all-around scoundrel, used Bluebird as his call sign?
Even had it embroidered on the back of his jacket.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Pretty much from the day we met.
How did you two meet? Terrans and Centaurians aren't exactly neighbors.
We met on Chitauri Prime, about 3 years into my sentence.
Wait, Yondu was a prisoner of war? I thought the Ravagers were neutral.
They were, and they also weren't. The Ravagers had a simple code. Steal from everyone. Yondu said it made them neutral.
But they weren't. I specifically remember several Chitauri transports being hit when I was still... you know.
They hit just as many resistance ships, until a Chitauri cruiser uncloaked in front of them during a raid and...
Yondu ended up on Chitauri Prime, with you.
After we broke out, he could have left me on some space station or dropped me off at the nearest Nova Corps base. But he didn't. Instead, he invited me to join the Ravagers.
You were with them a long time. Must have enjoyed it.
I did. Being a Ravager was the first time I felt like I really belonged, if that makes any sense.
I felt the same way when I joined Richard Rider and the Resistance. Like I was finally in control of who I wanted to be.
Yes, exactly. Those first few years, it was like I had joined this really big, really dysfunctional family, which, now that I'm hearing it, would make Yondu my...
Space Dad?
Could have been worse. Yondu and I were cellmates. First thing he said when they put him in my cell was, "Boy, don't be going and getting attached, because I'm just here for the food." And the food was pretty terrible, so...
Yeah, that sounds like Yondu.
I had cellmates before, and none of them lasted long. The Shatari have these gladiatorial games, and...
You got used to people dying.
Not sure about that, but I didn't expect anyone to last long. I also didn't have my translation implant back then, so I might as well have been alone. But Yondu, he actually spoke English. Said he'd offered to translate in exchange for extra rations.
So even in the snake-infested hellhole, ever the schemer.
It's something we had in common. I'd been scheming for a way to escape since the day they took me. I just needed someone like Yondu to make it seem possible.
How did you escape?
Let's just say it was equal parts simple, complicated, and kind of embarrassing. But it ended with the two of us delivering a transport full of stolen supplies straight into the hands of the Resistance.
For a bucket load of units too, I bet.
Anyway, once we did, there was no going back. I was a Ravager. Well, if you don't mind, I think I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see you around.
E não me digas que vais te ver outra vez ao espelho. Yeah. Outra vez ao espelho. Ok, o que é que temos para aqui mais no nosso quarto? Parece... O que é isso? Ah, é tal capa da cassete, música. Não há mais nada para fazer com ela. Temos ali o que parece umas fotos. É a mãe dele. E ali os Guardiões da Galáxia. E ali eu não sei ao certo o que é. Vejamos os outros quartos. O que é que existe nos outros quartos? O que é que a gente pode aprender mais dos nossos colegas de equipa? Temos aqui a Gamora.
Hey, Gamora.
O que estás a fazer?
You're supposed to knock.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be looking for money.
I did.
And?
I don't have any.
Also, what's with the dolls?
Do you value your life?
Yeah.
Is that a trick question? Okay, yes, mostly I value my life.
Good. Then pretend like you saw nothing and get out.
See you in the lounge?
Out.
Got it.
A sério, Gamora, por que é que estás a ser assim? Deixa-me ver a tua coleção de bonecas. Olá, Drax.
Any units I uncover will go directly to you, but I am unsure the others will do the same.
Yeah, provavelmente, mas fala-me sobre ti, Drax.
So, you're taking the whole find the units thing pretty seriously.
It is a serious matter.
Yeah, I totally get it. We're all afraid of going back to prison.
I am not afraid of going back to prison.
Oh, good, because I'm not either, mostly.
In the kiln, I was surrounded by criminals, murderers, and thieves. They taught me a harsh lesson. Assassins and bounty hunters cannot be trusted.
Okay. Wow. Don't you think maybe you're calling the kettle black?
I have not mentioned kitchenware.
It's an Earth thing. What I mean is, you're a convicted mass murderer. I used to be a pirate. We're not exactly upstanding citizens.
You and I honor our word. I cannot say the same for the others.
You could be wrong, Drax. You won't know until you give them a chance.
We will see.
Então o que dá a entender destas conversas é que esta equipa juntou-se relativamente há pouco tempo. Parece que eles tiveram algumas aventuras juntos, mas como equipa estão a trabalhar há pouco tempo e parece que alguns deles não confiam totalmente uns nos outros, principalmente o Drax a ter confiança com a Gamora, que não a tem. Estás a fazer, Groot?
Groot, you okay in there? Think you could open the door for a minute? Is that my toothbrush? Great. Now I need a new toothbrush.
Nem saiba. Ele a rir-se. Tu nem queres saber o que é que ele provavelmente andou a fazer. Ué, Drax, deixa-me...
I am confused by your blind trust in the others. I will reflect on it.
Ok, obrigado. É o mínimo que eu te posso pedir. Então a gente trabalha juntos, estamos todos aqui uns para nos ajudar uns aos outros, porque não? Ah não, é a nossa playlist, não me
So,
interessa por agora.
Drax, did you bring out your stash of hidden units?
I do not hide my units in a stash, for I am not a rodent.
Neither am I.
You are rodent-like.
And you're annoying like.
That is not a valid taxonomic order.
A sério, estes dois lindos, simplesmente, que é isto?
Guys, don't forget to close the
Ah, é o
fridge.
frigorífico.
Sure thing, Mom Lord. I'm
É...
broke, Quill. You want to pay off your girlfriend? Look in your room.
Já vou ao meu quarto, eu já lá vou. Deixa-me acabar de explorar, ver se existe mais alguma coisa para eu descobrir, mais alguém para eu falar. Quer dizer, devido que haja mais alguém para eu falar, mas deixa ver. Ah, o tal
looks
trator.
broken. Maybe Rocket can fix it.
Ei, Rocky! Oi?
Groot! Hey, buddy. I was just, checking to see if everything was okay. And it is. Okay. Too bad this translator's busted. I was hoping it might have Groot stored on it, or something. That way I could download it into my translator. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on stuff without, you know, Rocket always filtering it.
Fala-me sobre a língua das árvores.
Actually, hold that thought. Yo, Rocket!
What?
Can you come here for a sec?
What do you want, Quill? I'm busy.
Think you can see if this translator has Groot's language on it?
It doesn't.
You didn't even check!
Don't need to. Cheap scut like that don't have rare language packages, and even if it did, it's beyond salvageable.
Really? Wait, do you have Groot's language package installed in your translation implant?
Do I look like I'm made of units? Only folks who got that language package are rich people.
So you actually speak Groot then?
You mean Talinisan? And yeah, I speak it, more or less. Me and Groot been bounty hunting together for a decade before you came along, Quill. When you've been working together that long, you develop a common understanding. You say misunderstandings, I say open to interpretation. They didn't go sour. We didn't need those jobs anyway.
So you guys learned to understand each other over time.
And with the help of a spreadsheet of Groot's lexicon, which ain't no easy feat when your entire language sounds like I am in Groot.
So there's hope for us yet.
Ok, perdido na tradução.
You know, I didn't always have a translation implant. I mean, I was feeling Spanish before I left Earth, not that Spanish would have prepared me for all of this. Man, those first few years, do you know how hard it was to get by without having any idea what people were saying? Half of the languages out here sound like white noise, weird birds, and messed up theremins. I don't even want to know what Rocket actually sounds like. TV did not prepare me for the realities of living in space, let me tell you. Honestly, man, you're lucky you have Rocket. I mean, I know what it's like to be surrounded by people and have no one understand you, how lonely that can be. I'd have been lost. You must have been lost too, before Rocket and us. I probably don't say this enough, but you really are an important part of the team. I can't imagine the Gardeners of the Galaxy without Groot. And who knows, if this thing does have your language in it and Rocket can download it somehow or hack it or, I don't know. It'd be nice to finally talk to you. For real. Glad we had this little chat.
Oh. É tão fixe ver estas
Awesome.
coisas da equipa a trabalharem juntos. E a saberem um pouco mais sobre o seu passado, sobre a história deles. Mesmo muito, muito boa. Ainda não tivemos foi a nenhuma destas cenas, mas com o nosso amigo Drake. Será que existe?
Are you done in there? Me and Musclehead could use some input. What do you mean a minute? You've been in there for ages.
I have noticed that the tree is very meticulous about grooming.
You don't say. He made me snip off the shoots on his back the other day. Nobody cares that they were poking out, you big dandy.
Falado com ele, mas eu
What's in
queria...
that container on your work table?
Your mom's love letters.
My mother did not write love letters. She displayed her affection by hunting large game animals for my father to cook.
Ugh, now I'm hungry.
Yeah. E aqui é onde vai estar as nossas peças armazenadas. Já, lá estão
Glad
elas.
Corel didn't find that on top of the Space Llama.
Tipo, o que não é muito difícil de achar, tipo, o botão não está propriamente escondido. Talvez as pessoas possam ignorar um pouco, possam pensar que é uma luz. Mas não diria que esteja propriamente
Does it bother
escondido
you
para
that
ninguém
if we
saber
don't
o que é.
manage to get the money in time, this team is toast?
We will get the coin Peter Quill promised. We shall not turn to roasted bread slices.
Yeah, well, no offense to Quill, but he ain't too good at keeping his promises. Yup, neither am I.
Sinceramente não vejo nada. Ok, Groot. Vou saber que tu
I
és o
trust you,
Groot.
Peter Quill. And if you trust them, I will follow suit.
Obrigado, Drax. A sério, obrigado por estás a tentar confiar neles. Será que o que vai ativar o diálogo único do Drax é aqui a janela? É a única coisa que me falta
Why you
interagir.
gotta be so paranoid, big guy? You didn't mind trusting me on Hanshi.
Trust you repaid by attempting to rob our employer.
I told you I was just testing their security measures.
So you claimed.
É, qual é a diferença? Ok, então, eu não consigo ver mais nada para ativar o Drax, talvez não seja a altura. Por isso vamos a ativar a missão.
So, got any ideas to get those units together?
Estás a falar comigo?
You have investments.
You think I look like an investment type of guy?
You are a risk taker.
Exactly. I don't sit behind no desk all day hoping for real estate fluctuations. I go out and I do stuff.
Perhaps we are somewhat alike.
É, talvez, quem sabe. Onde é que é o quarto do Star-Lord?
Well. Let's see if we can find some stray units in here. Really?
$37 units?
We appear to be 7,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill,
I know. We clearly need a plan.
then reconsider my initial proposal.
Oh, no, not Fin Fang Foom again.
Yes, we should go after Fin Fang Foom.
Drax, there are easier ways to get paid. Like, what about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on, you've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always a
Holding
half-
out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Team's in trouble, and you can't be bothered to make no
Set course
sacrifice.
for the mocking
I will
star system
sacrifice your head.
and take us to the majestic
Yeah,
mountains of
mature.
Kakarandara.
Real mature.
Guys, I think we should hear out Groot for once.
Yeah, eu concordo.
He says we should combine both ideas.
Sell Gamora's trinkets to Fin Fang Foom. He's brilliant.
Yeah, you know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster. He's not. He's the sweetest, most... I am Groot. No, you don't. This ain't something you can pretend. Oh, yeah? You want monster? I'll show you monster!
Whoa, guys!
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He is cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage. Monster Queen would pay a great sum for such a creature.
Really? How great.
How are you okay with this?
Because I know what I am. And I know what he ain't.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
É
Votes
assim,
each. Peter?
o Groot tecnicamente é mais raro porque é o único da sua espécie, por isso eu vou votar para vender o Groot.
Well, I think Groot's more convincing, in the traditional monster sense. Groot, buddy, first of all, Thank you. And second of all, I want you to know we're gonna bust you out of there right after, okay?
I am Groot.
Alright, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
Ok, parece que temos o nosso plano. Vender o Groot. Yeah. Como é que isto vai
We're
correr?
not seriously flying into that.
They say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather. Anyways, I'm sure it looks worse than it is.
Credo, não, é bem pior.
There! That's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Get us in close, Quill. I don't want to walk in this.
Whoa! Yep, no problem.
We're flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment.
Perfeito.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, perfeito.
You can't be serious.
What? This way we can scope things out before we finish the transaction.
Yeah.
We're like 100 clicks from her base.
You know how much I like scoping. Nope.
Eles não querem saber, Peter. Eles não querem saber.
Next time, I'm flying.
Are you sure the Leafy One is ready for this?
Nope.
He'll be fine.
Don't you get all gloomy right now. Don't help.
Because your constant complaining does?
You are complaining about the short one complaining.
We're all complaining. Happy?
Yeah, estou super feliz, este jogo é brutal.
Try up. That's what I want to do after this mission.
I am Groot.
I don't know. After we pay this fine, let's see.
He's gonna say
Contraxia.
Contraxia again.
Contraxia? Who cares if I'm predictable? Contraxia's got nice weather.
E o clima deste mundo não é mesmo nada agradável. Eu não quero ir lá para fora, mas acho que é o que vamos ter que fazer, não é assim? Já agora, existe alguma...
I thought you'd be thrilled to finally set foot on Seknarf 9, Drax, but you're awfully composed.
In other circumstances, I would be thrilled. But we will humiliate ourselves by trying to sell sentient lumber to Lady Hellbender.
Don't she like lumber? What about the legend of her mighty battle axe?
She possesses a number of weapons. Not all axes are meant to cut down trees.
I am Groot.
The lady won't hurt you either way. I'll make sure of that.
Yeah, a gente não vai deixar que isso aconteça, Groot. Mas claro, a única que faltou-me ver, e essa eu não
Hey,
ativei e não
I got an
apaguei,
idea.
foi a
How
do
about we find
Drax.
some backwater world and go off grid for a while? Novacore ain't gonna chase us forever.
Achas?
Worked for me in the past.
Quill? Backwater worlds are like his natural environment. The guy's terren for Flark's sake.
Por que queres dizer da Terra?
that.
Yeah.
You're right. Drax wouldn't hide from the cops.
It would be cowardly and dishonorable.
Yep, there we go.
Eu não sei se queres interagir com essa escova de dentes depois do Groot.
Groot. Why?
Porque é a única que está no copo. Digo eu, provavelmente seja essa a razão pelo qual ele quis isso. Outra vez que o frigorífico aberto. Você já vos avisei uma vez por causa do frigorífico. Sério.
Hey, Groot, you think I got time to build a sonic umbrella?
I am Groot.
Ah, come on, it's only gonna take a tick.
I am Groot.
Shoot, you're right. We ain't got no roto adhesive left.
Ok, vamos lá falar com eles mais uma vez.
I am Groot.
Eu sei.
No, we should not go. We got to. It's different.
Ok, Drax, alguma coisa a dizer?
They say that Seknarf 9 is inhospitable to soft-bodied beings. We shall see how you fare, Peter Quill.
Ok.
Of course, it had to be raining.
Yeah, infelizmente. Gamora?
Hope that jacket of yours is waterproof.
É de capital, por isso é bem provável que seja. Então vamos lá, à aventura.